What's up guys, Nolan here, and today I'm giving the current details on the AI, NPCs, scav factions, and more planned for Escape from Tarkov. This is another spotlight on topics Clean and I discussed the other day on his Twitch stream, which you can catch that full talk on my second channel. The video is linked below. I just did a video talking about the Lighthouse Trader and the 4 bosses coming with him soon. That video is also linked below. He will not be the last trader, and those will not be the last bosses that we see in the game either. BSG had the original plan set up so that all of the traders would be in raid only, which that might still be the plan, or some might stay the way that they are now. We're not sure past the fact that at least some of them will become in raid only. The reason they haven't always been in raid only is because it wasn't the priority to BSG. They simply just didn't do it yet, and the current system was just placeholder. Whether they are all in raid or not, we still have the flea market, the auction house, and apparently some things will still be accessible through the intel center in the hideout. For those who don't know, yes, the auction house is coming. That's one of the things that Nikita talked about in one of his most recent Q&As. You can catch that video linked below as well. When it comes to bosses, BSG actually plan to have a few on every map except labs and factory. Tagilla will stay the only factory boss, while they may end up adding a labs boss, but that's going to be the only one if they do. Meanwhile, street should have at least 4 bosses, but maybe up to 7 or more, while all other maps will see at least 2 total. I believe the current plan is to stagger them, where sometimes you get one boss, sometimes you get another, but that could just be the spawn rates that they have for each boss, and unless there's something specific going on like a turf war or something, I don't see why we wouldn't find each of the bosses on a location at once. Past the fact that they plan on having this amount of bosses on these maps, we don't know too much more in terms of numbers or dates or anything. But when it comes to specifics on gear, we do see items like the riot shield and the scorpion backpack, where just like Tagilla's sledgehammer, these would be boss items we could not loot. There's supposed to be a boss on streets that has a fortified car dealership with a machine gun and mines. He is supposed to have this scorpion backpack that can hold hundreds of extra rounds for a belt-fed machine gun, while we would need to navigate a bunch of claymore mines and tripwire booby traps just to get to the car dealership. The riot shield boss might be at the police station on streets as well, where he used to be a part of SWAT or something. Not much detail on him past that. For NPCs, we have the UN and Russian regular army. Both should work very similarly, where they hold certain checkpoints and patrol certain areas. Based on your alignment and reputation, both will treat you differently. We expect PMC karma to play a part here for sure on whether or not you can kill these guys. Not much is known about their gear other than Russian regulars will have solid mid to possibly high level Russian equipment, while the UN has solid mid to possibly high level NATO equipment. Then there's the GRU, which are Russian special forces. These guys will patrol around streets of Tarkov and shoot USEC on sight, exactly how rogue USECs on Lighthouse shoot bear on sight. There's lore elements to why this would happen that I won't spoil too much for you, but basically USECs are not the good guys here, and it could lead to some interesting gameplay down the line. Then we have the Black Division. These guys are not showing up or being discussed anywhere but in real life, since they keep showing up as patches on BSG devs' vests and stuff when they are at the range, which for those who don't know, BSG really know their shit. They are at the range all of the time, and they even compete sometimes. You'll get to see a bunch of that stuff if you follow the devs on Instagram. Now, I expect the Black Division to play a part in some way, but after the Cultists were supposed to be a big surprise and we ended up not being that surprised, BSG are doing a much better job at keeping us guessing with the Black Division. So we will just have to wait and see. Speaking of the Cultists, I found this old work in progress shot of one here, and I don't think I've ever seen one that was dressed like this. Either they scrapped this look, or we might be getting a cult specific boss or new factions based off of the Cultists, or some new faction of Cultists or something. The reason I don't say it's a new look is because this is a super old picture. If they wanted a Cultist to look like this, then we would already have it. So again, this is either a scrapped look or this is something that we haven't seen yet. And with all the surprises that BSG have been dropping on us lately, I'm not going to be that surprised if they do surprise us with something brand new as well. That is everything that we have currently for AI, NPCs, and bosses coming soon TM to the Norvinsk region of Russia. Again, to learn more about future plans for Tarkov, check out the chat that I had with Clean. That video is linked below. I'll keep an eye out for anything new on these topics, and of course let you guys know more once I do. Until then though, for the latest Tarkov news, check out these playlists here. If you like this video, then you know the drill. Please subscribe. I really appreciate the people who do. If you check the links below, you'll find our Discord if you need people to play with. We have a great LFG. You'll find my Star Citizen channel if you're into Star Citizen. Otherwise, I hope you have a nice day. See you guys.